Hello, Dr. Lou here with Brainware Learning, and this is going to be a quick video demonstrating how to make online retrieval practice cards, also known as flashcards. So what I'm going to do is first share my screen so you can see what I am looking at. I'll move this over. I found this program that really is easy to do. And you just go online. It's free. You go to cram.com/flashcards/create. So it's right here. Click on this and it will open up and take us to the company. Let me make this a little bit bigger for us so we can see it all. All right. And what you want to do is set up your account. So you're going to sign in. I already have an account. I've been using this with my other students. Some are trying to get their driver's license, and we made some practice retrieval cards, studying the different stop signs in that. So I'm going to sign in, and you can see all of the cards that I've been working on. And we're studying the neuron and how it affects our learning. I'm going to start with create up at the top, and I'm going to call this neuron 3 because this is really the third time I've been setting these up. The subject will be study skills and science, and we're really studying the neuron. All right, very easy to do. Down here, there's 2 white boxes. The one on the left side means the front of the card. The one on the right is the back of the card, just like regular note card flashcards. So I'm going to click on there. Now, if you have definitions, for example, you could type the word on one and put the answer, the explanation of the definition on the other card. But what we're studying is the neuron and looking at different parts of it, describing the drawing. So down here on the bottom row, you see it looks like a little picture. I'm going to click on that. And it says upload an image. So before I even started, I put all of my pictures into a file right here. And it's very easy for me to see. They're all the different neurons as far as the different parts of the neuron. Some are blank, some have the answers, but they're all in one file. So this really makes it easy for the student. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to line it up this way. And I'm going to upload an image. And it's going to say, where are these images? Well, I have a file saying neuron flashcards information. It's on my desktop. I did that, and here they are. And I put them in there. For example, it'll say axon and terminals blank, which means there's just the drawing, and then it would say answer afterwards. We're looking for the neuron. So I'm going to go down here. That's a cell body or dendrites, or no, I just want the plain neuron. All right, so here we have neuron answer, which basically has the name of the neuron on the card. And this one is blank, which is what is this called? So I'm going to insert that one. So I open it, I insert it. It has to be in a PNG or a JPEG to put them in if it's a photo. And I just upload it and boom, there it is. Now that's the front of the card. I go over here for the back of the card to put the answer. Again, I just go to picture. I upload the image. What drops down is my file with all the neuron information in it. And here is neuron with the answer as neuron on the card. So I hit okay. Very good. But I want a little bit more information. So what I provided for the students was a list of definitions. I already just typed them up, or you can just copy and type them right in. But to save time, I wrote up all the definitions of neuron, dendrite, cell body, axon, and so forth. And these are included in the lesson. So all you have to do is send this to every student. So now I've got the neuron. So what does it say about the neuron? So the very top thing says neuron, the major cell of the brain, 100 billion neurons in the human brain. So I could type it in here just by clicking on that and start typing. However, it's much easier. I'm just going to highlight it. I'm going to copy. Okay, and then I click back down on my card and hit paste. And there it is. Saves a lot of time. Now, when I'm looking at that, I thought, well, these cards are, about this big, but I really want to make that writing a little bit bigger. So I can just highlight it. And down here on the bottom where they have a big A and a little a showing the difference in sizes. I'm going to click on that. I can go extra small. Oh, that's way too tiny. Or I can go really large. Oh, it's not even fitting on the card. So I think I'm going to try medium. Excuse me. And that seems to fit there just right. As Goldilocks would say. All right, so then on the top, I'm just going to straighten it up a little, move the word neuron over, and maybe what I'll do is highlight the word neuron and put it bold. All right, my first card is done. Let's go on and do another one. I go back to the first card down here, go to the picture. I want to upload an image. Now the very top part are called dendrites. So let me find the word dendrites. There it is. It says dendrites blank, dendrites with answer. So I want a blank. And here in the drawing, as you can see, it's colored light blue. I'm just pointing to the very tips of the neuron. But now I need to put in the answer. I go over to this card, hit upload image, go back to dendrites answer. There it is, all printed out for me. Hit OK. If I want any more information, let's go over here. On here, it says finger-like projections that when stimulated, send the information to the cell body. So I'm going to highlight it and copy it. Come back to that card, put my cursor in there and hit paste. And there it is. Again, I might change the size of that printing so it's a little bit bigger. I'm going to change it to medium. I won't fit. I'm going to have to go with small. Whoops. Let's try that. I'm going to have to go with small. There we go. I'm going to highlight the word dendrites, though. I do like doing that. And maybe just back it up a little. Looks a little nicer. All right. Let's make just a couple more. I'm going down here. Again, I go to the picture, upload an image. Now I'm looking for cell body. So I've got two of them. I've got one that says answer and one that says blank. I'm going to use the one that says blank for the front of the card. Boom. And then I go over here for the back of the card, upload an image, cell body, answer, and upload it. I look over here for additional information. It says gathers information from the dendrites and sends it down the axon. Going to copy that and paste it right here. All right. I'm going to change the size, maybe if it fits. Yeah, medium, so it looks pretty good. I'm going to back up so it's in line and maybe just highlight cell body. Good. Now let's say that, and you just keep going on and you can just keep adding more and more and more cards. But taking these three, I'm going to scroll down and it says finish and create. So you just create the set. You just hit that and then it's being saved. It takes you back up to this area. And this is the fun part. Now it's time to look at your flashcards. So I want to click or spacebar to begin. So I'm going to click right here. Okay, and that was the back of the neurons. I'm going to turn it around. I want to see the front first. There we go. So here is the flashcard, and then I have to name it. Okay, what is that called? That's called a neuron. So then once I have the answer, I click just to click on the card, and there it flips it over. Neuron, the major cell of the brain, 100 billion neurons in the human brain. If I keep clicking on it, it will just flip the card over and over. Okay, so once I get that first card, now I go up to the word next, and it takes me to the very next one. All right, what is this one called? Those are those blue, light blue projections coming from the cell, right here, the cell body section. But what are those extensions? They're called dendrites. So let me check my answer. Dendrites, the finger-like projections that when stimulated send the information to the cell body. I just noticed a little spelling error. So what I'm going to do when I'm through demonstrating this, I'm going to go right back in and correct it. All right, I can go back. And there it is again, the definition. But let me hit next. Let me see my third one. All right, what is this purple part right there? That's called the cell body. Let's check it. Cell body gathers information from the dendrite, sends it down the axon. Good, we have all three of them. All right. Okay, so now let me go back. I want to edit this set because I found that spelling error. So right here it says edit set. It brings me back to where I created it. And then over here, projection when stimulated. Let me put, there we go. Much better. Okay, so I have it all spelled out. Now, when you're done, don't forget, go down and update the set. You have to change it. All right, so we did the flashcards, but now let's take a look when we do memorize. So what is this? Again, this is just studying, but now they're going to keep score for us on how many we get correct. So I hit to start. Okay, now what is that called? I think it's called a neuron. So I check my answer and it says, was I wrong or I got it right? I got it right. So I click on that. So it's keeping my score. On the next one, what are those things called? That blue area there? Dendrites. All right. So let me click on here. Were you right or were you wrong? Click whichever you scored. And then the last purple section, that is called cell body. So when I check my answer, okay, I got it right. And what it does, it will overall results. It shows you which ones you got correct, okay, or which ones you missed. And let's see it. It should give you a final score. I believe it gives you, it can give you a final score. I like mixing them up so they're in different order, okay? So we can check the answer. Yep, I got it right. And they're switching them a bit. But let's go on. Let's take a look at what test is all about. The test is a multiple choice test. And on this first one, it says choose the matching letter. So you've got A, B, and C to choose from. So right here, okay, it says cell body gathers information from the dendrites and sends it down the axon. So which one is just the drawing of the cell body? Oh, it's C, it's down here. So up here, I would click C. Okay, this next one says neuron. You have to read, it's kind of faint, but you read it. It says the major cell of the brain, 100 billion neurons in the human brain. So where is this one? Oh, it has just to do with the entire neuron. Oh, I think it's right next door, which would be B. So I'm going to click B for this one. And then the last one, choose the matching letter. Dendrites, the finger-like projections that stimulate and send information. This one has already got the answer and it is A. So I'm going to click A. Done with this test, get answers. Okay. And then they match them all up to make sure that they are correct. All right, good job. Done with the test. Yes, I don't need to make a new test. And the last thing I'd like to, here's our score. Here's our scores. I got 3 correct, no wrong. Okay, and we don't have an average available. That's really kind of nice to test yourself. Then in the games, this game really is fun. I only have 3. Let me see if I can do it with just the 3 cards. All right. Usually this whole thing is filled, which is nice. I can't quite see them. I have to match the left column with the right column. So let me just take this very first thing. I'm going to open it up and really take a look at it. Okay, they're looking for the finger-like projections. Close this down. Now go over here. What are those called? Are they called dendrites? The finger-like projections, when stimulated, send information to the cell. Or is it just the neuron? Oh, that says cell body. And this is just the plain neuron. Well, I'm going to match this with dendrites. And it takes your score. The next section here, has a cell body. All right, close it down. Then look which one was talking about the cell body. That one? or this one, which is just the neuron. Nope, it's this one and this one. And then your last thing, okay, I'm looking at that, close it down, to find it. All right, I'm going to click this and it actually keeps our score and how long it took us. It's a lot of fun, especially when you have quite a few of your note cards to test you on. All right, so I think this is a real basic information on how to create our flashcards. What is really incredible is you can do it online. You can actually print these out. I just send them to the printer and you can cut them out with paper and scissors and fold them over because the answer is right there on the back. Or you can even put them on your cell phone. And with kids today, all having cell phones, it's really great to just go in there, log in, and there's all of your flashcards. So I hope this explains a little bit how to create them. It's not difficult. You can do it for any subject area. So I encourage you to practice a little bit and then really apply it to all your classes. Hope this helped. Bye now.